Nick Walthall, David Zuckman here for 88 Poker. It's Magic Tuesday, folks. That's right.
Oh, here we go. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, look at these hands.
Kings are good. We are heads up, the double elimination. I love double KOs. Whoa.
No, he calls and it's going to be over.
I've got a keyword giveaway, Nick.
This is for another $109 ticket.
We're going to go with Madrid.
Type Madrid in chat. Type it wants to win.
There's a ticket. Oh, Banfield had a big one.
Oh,
Banfield.
The Jillians.
Oh, wow. What a run out. Hello and welcome to Magic Monday on a Tuesday. Last week, Nick Walthall and I were in beautiful, beautiful Barcelona, and we spoke of this amazing tournament. That's right. It was $1 million guaranteed XL Spring Series main event. Well, guess what, everybody? The final table is here.
It's real.
We had loads and loads of entries. 144 made the money, and we are in our final 8, Nick.
Very exciting and huge money involved here, David. You know, it's $1 million guarantee. All of these players have got a 5-figure win locked up. Imagine that. They've all got over $10,000 locked up, $83,000 for first. So these are some big stakes.
Yeah, it is mind-numbing when you look at the amount of money. We were at We had a $100,000 bounty awarded. That went to random R4GS, who finished 45th. He took $1,670 home for his 45th finish, but he also took home the $100,000 bounty. Well done, him.
$100,000.
Yeah, worth mentioning our chip leader, by the way, at this table. And we'll get to the table in some moment. The chip leader in the bottom left corner of your screen, R3, already has locked up $49,000 in bounties.
Just say that again.
R3 in the bottom left corner of your screen has already locked up $48,869 in bounties. Add that in with guaranteed 8th place money, and you're looking at about $60,000. R3 is already locked up.
That is a pretty good day and a bit at the office.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I would like $60,000 locked up after a day and a bit. That would be nice.
Now, we've got a really interesting dynamic at this final table because the pay jumps, as you might imagine, are enormous, right? I mean, $3,000 between 8th and 7th. Difference between 8th and, say, 4th is $23,000. Just, you know, obviously the money is staggering. First place, as you mentioned, $83,000. Yet, when you look at the players at this table, we don't really have R3, who's in the bottom left corner, has a lot of chips, but not a ton, right? And we have 3 players that have less than $1 million.
Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty standard final table in terms of stacks.
Is it? Maybe it is. Maybe the blinds are just a little lower than normal because the blinds are only 20-40 right now.
Yeah, so you've got your big stack with, 3 million, so 75 big blinds, and then a couple of short stacks. Yeah, I'd say it was pretty standard. What's not standard, as you've said, is the money jumps as we see more water move in. 12 big blinds.
Yeah, I think this is a call.
Nearly 13.
You might not be comfortable with it, but I think once you make it 80,000 on the button, I just don't think you can fold. And frankly,
they're definitely shoving king, queen, king, jack, all that stuff.
It's a tight fold. I understand it, certainly. I think in this particular spot, though, when there's already, say, 5 big blinds in there, to call another 9, you probably have to call that. I just don't like raising and then folding an ace.
It'll be interesting to see how this final table goes because, the money jumps are big. The money overall is big. And sometimes when that's the case, we see players are reluctant to call off money. So they don't like to make those exactly the kind of call that you just saw, even though it's, almost certainly a plus EV call. They don't like to do it. So that might be a theme of the final table.
Yeah, certainly could be. Although I'm predicting this is over in 41 minutes.
Okay.
That's my over-under, everybody.
I'll take the over, but let's see.
We are giving away 5 $109 tickets. The giveaways continue, everybody. That's right. We just give, and you just take. That's the relationship that we have forged here. I'm okay with that. Set of sevens. One of the many reasons why it's difficult to get paid off even when you hit a set. You hit a set here. Pocket eights are not going to pay you off. They're scared of the ace. By the way, the free roll, by the way, we'll give away $500 in cold hard cash. Password for that is home 888, as in Nick and I are no longer in Barcelona. We are home 888.
Home sweet home. Where the food portions have been restored to their normal size instead of these tiny little dish things. I wasn't full after that at all. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't realize I had to order more than one tapas. I ordered one. I thought that was being fill me up. You know, in America, one dish is very filling.
Exactly. Massive cultural adjustment.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, when you bet with your sevens and you get called the first time, you're thinking, "Oh wow, my opponent's got an ace. I'm gonna get some money out of this. This is great." But in that particular spot, they did have a strong hand, just not relative to the board anymore.
Yeah, hard to get paid. Hello, everybody in chat. Good to see you. Thanks for finding us on a Tuesday for this very, very big final table.
Lime is pointing out that tapas is supposed to be just a bite. You order 4 or 5 tapas in a... Where were you last week?
What's happened is I made a very funny, quite subtle joke. You explained it, and then Lime has now re-explained it. My genius is wasted here. That is my conclusion.
Yes, well, it's taken you far too long to realize that. Nick Wealthall, David Zuckman here for 888 Poker. This is a Magic Monday on a Tuesday. That's right. It is the main event, final table, the XL Spring Series, $1 million guaranteed. Again, let's just go through these prizes once. All these players are guaranteed $10,400.
Lovely.
13-7 for 7th, 18-3 for 6th, 24-5, 33, 44-7, 61,000, and then over 83,000 for first place. That is only half the money, by the way. The other half of the money is gone in the bounties. And we do think that we have one $5,000 bounty left and one $2,000 bounty left.
Nice. A couple of exciting envelope openings.
By the way, if I knew there was a $5,000 bounty left, there's no way I'm folding the A6 on the button there.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's the $5,000 pay jump is the difference. It's a bigger difference than the 8th to 7th.
Yeah. Although obviously you got to divide the prizes by the number of players to get the whatever, but it's definitely significant.
Right.
There's like 7,000 plus in bounties left. So every elimination is worth about $1,000 in extra equity. Hydra
here is going for it. It is unlikely to work against Jack's full.
It does seem unlikely. You don't often get credit for quads.
Right. Well, I mean, he's also losing the King 5 and King 4, by the way.
Fair point.
R3 is going to use some time bank.
The only problem with these sort of dwell time bank shoves is that it makes no difference whatsoever because nobody's ever going, oh, this is definitely a bluff. That's why he thought about it. It's never, ever a bluff. I mean, if it is a bluff, you're just like unbelievable at poker.
It's also one of those things when your opponent is betting there, they either have a king and they're going to pay you off or they don't. And they're not going
That's
to.
what I mean. Yeah. It's just not going to make a difference. No one's bluff catching you for all the money after you spend all of that time thinking about it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Blinds 20,000, 40,000. If you want a ticket, by the way, in Barcelona, let us know how you did with it. Let us know if you put a cash in. Nick, the people love your shout outs. You let me know when you're ready to do it. I know you have to work your way into it, but they live for them. We didn't have enough shout outs in Barcelona and they want them.
Well, chat can get it going. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Say hello, tell us where you're watching from, and we'll do some shout outs in about 30 seconds. Good to see so many of you watching already tonight. This is a big final table. We know it's on a delay, so we know it's not a super short one. So got a lot of entertainment, a lot of tickets coming your way.
Yeah, Nick has already assured me that he will be even more entertaining than he normally is.
Yeah. No, I'm going to try and get up to about an 8 out of 10 tonight if I can.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's my personal KPI for tonight's stream. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, listen. I don't want to set expectations high. I am going to strive and probably meet my expectations of mediocrity.
Okay. My dad showed me one of his old school reports, which he kept forever because he loved it so much, which said he continually sets himself low standards, which he fails to live up to. It's very strong.
It really, that was from school?
Yeah.
That's like funny.
It is funny.
That's really quite funny.
That's one pissed off teacher.
Is that right? Good to see some action here. Again, it's just, I'm not sure if Say Please is deep enough for anything really to happen except here a shove and a fold. But we'll see if Say Please wants to do anything kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned this, but Say Please was in our Stream On contest.
Ah.
So
how'd they do?
Known to the, I've no idea.
Did they win?
I don't believe they won, did they? No. Lime will know.
No, they did not win.
They did not win. But well done for entering, and even more well done for reaching this final table.
Yeah. Karma for entering one of our contests. Oh, hello. We thought maybe something might happen here. Something did happen. Uh-oh. Could this be it? Clubs. An ace. Oh, wow. Say Please was definitely saying, please, no club. Please, no club.
Hold. All right, let's say hello to some people in the chat. Good to see you all. Hi, Tuani. Hi, Nimsock. What is up? Hi, Jamming. Good to see you, Zildaremo. Pashad, friend of the chat, is here. Jamming is here. Fishfart, howdy to you as well. Good to see you, Juparmarks. 22 Horse, what is up? Harry Poker is in Helsinki. Parabellum in the UK. Noob Frost Mage in Calgary. Good evening, or even good morning there. Wyatt Slurp in Leeds. Hamelian 41K is in the UA. Nettie in the UK. Wannabe Kid is in Denmark. Shout out Denmark. Scuddy from Loughborough. Ontario Poker is from Montreal. Ex-Merciless is in Southend. JS Moore is in Dublin. And Caberas, good afternoon to you as well. Hi to Dinosaurin. Hi to Bougie. What is up, Bougie? Good to see so many of you in the chat. Bougie's in Santo Domingo and 3 Glens Van Isle. Tupsu is in Tallinn. PJ Mustbe is in Dublin. Good to see you all. Welcome along. Lots of fun to be had and lots of giveaways as well coming your way tonight.
Yeah, it'll be a long show, no doubt about it. Santo Domingo, I heard, by the way. I've been there. Fantastic spot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, if you like, warm weather, beaches and cocktails, if you like that kind of thing.
I do like those things.
Yeah, then Santo Domingo, I highly recommend. Yes, welcome everybody to the show. We all here. We're not in Barcelona anymore. Nick is back home in his one of his many, many homes here in the UK.
I heard you had some trouble re-entering.
Yes. Well, I mean, it wasn't like customs issues. It was just merely a plane. I went from Barcelona to Madrid, and the plan was to go from Madrid to LA. And for some reason, they decided that I should spend the night in Madrid instead.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's so frustrating.
Well, the frustrating thing was this. So my flight was canceled. And I've had delayed flights, but very rarely an actually canceled one. So I canceled my flight. They put us in a hotel in Madrid. And the next morning, I had to catch a flight back from Madrid back to Barcelona again, and then from Barcelona to LA.
Oh, my God.
So I felt like I was like, well, if my flight gets delayed again or canceled again, this could be very weird Groundhog Day where I spend another night in Barcelona.
That's horrendous. What are you like in those situations? Are you calm and accepting, or do you get frustrated and tilted?
I mean, in those kind of situations, I like to think that I'm pretty chill. It's like I try not to get too crazy about situations that I have no control over. It is what it is. And at the end of the day, it's kind of a first world problem. Like, oh, my flight home from Madrid is delayed one day.
Right.
Okay. Fortunately, I didn't have anything really, really crazy planned. There's another raise on the button from Good Shot. Another 3-bet jam from More Water.
Same situation.
Almost the same exact time. This time, though, More Water has Good Shot beat. Last time he did not.
Oh,
and again,
man.
Good Shot's going to fold.
Yeah. That's too tight. That is too tight.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, I'll use the analogy with poker. You know, if I'm playing poker for a lot of money, right? There are things that I'm just not in control of. And wasting a lot of energy and stressing about those kind of things just seems kind of meaningless to me. I'd rather focus on the decision-making process, and then, the cards go where they will. Make So when it comes to this, I was like, okay, fortunately I had nothing planned the next day. So it was just, okay. It is what it is.
Even if you do, there's literally nothing you can do in those spots. It's just, but I mean, some people get incredibly frustrated.
Yeah.
You see them every time I've been with where there's a flight cancelled, you can guarantee 2 or 3 people will just lose it.
Oh yeah. I mean, we all listen. I mean, whatever, hundreds of people were on this plane to go from, Madrid to LA, and we the flight's canceled and they tell us where to go to like get rerouted and stuff. And we're all walking there, and then we're waiting in line, and the line is very long, and you can see people just getting mad and angry and like at a situation that, nobody wanted.
No, the airline doesn't want to not fly you. I mean,
right. They lose a ton of money in that regard.
Exactly.
In fact, I didn't know. I just got the email. Apparently, they had to pay everybody on that plane 600 euros.
Jeez.
Everybody in the plane.
Yeah.
600 euros each.
That's not what they want.
Plus the hotel and the food and everything else, right? I mean, that's a huge, huge loss for the airline. But it is what it is. You move on. I got home eventually.
Well done.
Well done, me.
Well done.
I followed instructions. I went to sleep. I woke up.
Let's face it.
I got on a new plane and I got home.
Let's face it. Molly was the real victim here.
Yes. She had to take care of the kids an extra day.
Okay.
I did, text her and let her know. And there was a moment where she was just like, what am I going to do with the kids again? And I'm like, I don't know, but you'll figure it out.
I don't know. Something.
All right.
Do something.
Keep them alive. I'll be home in 24 hours.
Exactly.
Blinds have moved up. I'm not sure if the blinds are moving up a little slower. I mean, we just went from 2040 to 2550. That feels like an extra level that we normally wouldn't have. And I imagine that's because of the main event.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Huge event. $1 million guaranteed event. I mean, it's about as big as it gets. Very, very significant. So we give the players lots of play. One of 888's known qualities.
Hey, I have pretty exciting news. So I mentioned the free roll that's going to be starting, on our site very shortly. Password for that is home 888. But I think it's worth mentioning also that coming up very soon will be our 2000 YouTube monthly free roll.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that is actually
$2,000.
Yeah, $2,000. All you have to do to get the password is subscribe to the 888 Poker YouTube channel where the password will be released. So yeah, you want to head over to the 888 YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Password gets released there, and then you can play in that free roll where we give away $2,000. So definitely do that.
Definitely do that.
Yeah,
Serious
unless you hate money.
Yeah,
$2,000 free roll is pretty. That's strong.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's it, Nick. By the way, that's all the content I have.
That's it. That's the content you brought for tonight.
I made sheets
from Spain and the monthly free roll, and you're out.
I mean, I'll stay here. I'm just letting you know. Those are the things I hit. Oh, hold on, everybody. Guess what?
What?
Blast off this week. That's tomorrow. Friendly rivalry finally coming to light. Andre Cause taking on the newcomer Komodo Dragon Jesus.
You're literally spaffing off all your content in the first 20 minutes. We're going to be here for like 3 hours. What are we going to do? Analyze the poker?
Oh, dear. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you and I, we just had we had many hours together. I have nothing else to say to you.
Yeah. That's true. We've had a lot of time together recently. Can you believe that thing that happened in Barcelona, though?
Oh, yeah. That thing.
Right?
Wow. I mean, we can talk about it next hour. I think it's too heavy for first hour
What
show.
happens in Barca stays in Barca, David.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah. You know me.
What's up, everybody? Noob Frost Mage. Of course, shout out to our amazing moderator, Lime Ricky. We will have contests, 5 $109 tickets to be given away. We'll do one in each hour of our show.
So Good Shot has A6 offsuit on the button every single orbit. That's just in their contract.
Yeah.
And
they're going to tank fold every time.
Yeah, 3-betting this is not crazy. And they do it.
There you go.
Just because of the stacks, there's there's not a lot of room for maneuver for say please. They got to fold everything but their absolute top of their range, basically.
I don't know. I mean, I think they're deeper than they started the hand with more than 30 bigs.
Yeah, so what do you want to do here?
Call.
Okay. We're calling.
I mean,
no, we're not folding. Oh, you didn't get to see it.
Right, but what's wrong with just calling?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I just think you're going to get a lot of folds.
You are, 100%. Especially in this tournament.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with calling there. But I think you're going to get a lot of folds. I think the way this final table has started, I think you should be taking your 3-bet spots, is my basic point. Absolutely.
I agree. I mean, I think if people are hyper fixated on the jumps between 8th and 7th and 8th and 6th, they're going to lose out on the real money jumps, which are between 4th and 3rd and 4th and 2nd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the difference between 4th, by the way, and 2nd is more than 5th place money. Just to put that in perspective. The difference between 5th and 3rd is more than 6th place money.
You're saying they're big jumps.
I'm saying they're big jumps, and I'm saying playing really careful early on in the final table and then hurting your chances of actually like giving yourself a better chance at, say, a sixth place or 7th place finish, but giving yourself a worse chance at a 3rd place finish or 2nd place finish doesn't make a lot of sense when you look at these pay jumps to me. Not much going on in this one either. Good shot, by the way. Willing to talk deal.
Yeah, I'm the only one so far with the blue handshaky icon.
Now, keep in mind also, I mean, we're obviously, try to give some poker analysis and talk about ICM and all that stuff. But, I mean, keep in mind that the buy-in for this tournament was 888 euros, which is obviously a hefty sum for an online tournament. But a lot of these players will have satellited in. So now you have players essentially playing, now they're playing a 5-figure poker tournament, which most of these players weren't prepared to do when they first started playing this.
Well, they dreamt of it.
Yeah.
But not too many would have, realistically thought about it. I mean, we do have some players at the table that have got chunky wins on the site, but nothing like the $83,000 we have for first.
Yeah, the average stake for most of these players is larger than you might normally see. R3 is at $99, Hydra's at $100, Good Shots at $55, Know What Fellas at $67, R2R 82. So you can see they are larger. A lot of times we get these Magic Monday shows, and you see people with an average stake of like $2, which is not the case in terms of bounties, by the way. Other significant players in this one, Icho has already locked up, that's the bottom of your screen, has already locked up just under $27,000. Know What Fella has locked up $17,000.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice indeed. No doubt about it. Blinds are $25.50 with a $50,000 chip big blind ante, as you might expect. Players somewhat tight early on.
Yeah, we've seen, we saw that 1-3 bet. We've seen a couple of short stack shoves. We've seen one or maybe two post flop pots. They were both between the big stacks. So I think, it's very tight at the moment.
Yeah, More Water has really gotten pretty lucky. I mean, they had two, raggy ace shoves that got through. One time they were behind, one time they were ahead. But certainly lucky just to get those through, and probably very happy to get those through. Eric Kale says Icho 90 is a popular streamer just a few years ago. Great player.
Interesting, because we don't have info on them. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
They do have $27,000 in bounties already won. $27,000. Must be nice.
Yeah, and I thought, listen, the pay jumps are huge, but I actually thought when I looked at this, and I was looking at this over the last couple of hours when I got our production, notes. I thought because a few players had already locked up 27,000, 17,000, 49,000, I actually thought the play at the final table might be a little bit more active.
Interesting. R2R opened ace jack there in the cutoff, folded to a 3-bet from the small blind. Make of that what you will.
Yeah, my one takeaway 25 minutes into our show is be the aggressor, because nobody wants to call 3-bets and nobody wants to 4-bet light.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Zero Like Two Fish says Icho is an N boss. Aaron Baroni used to stake him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for the intel, chat. So basically, he's the player to watch at this final table, but doesn't have the chips yet, and you still need the chips.
Yeah. He's not as short as you think. He's got 20 bigs.
20. Yeah, he's got 20.
GB asking if Lime plays poker. Oh, does Lime play poker? Lime is poker.
Exactly. I am poker.
More Water. I don't know what More Water's doing here.
Getting a cup of coffee.
Maybe. That might be the case.
Literally doing something else. Playing on other tables.
Lime says she's a punter. Lime, didn't you have a great score last year in where was that? Somewhere in the UK, I think you went, right? Didn't you crush a PLO tournament? Coventry, there you go. She took home the PLO trophy from 88 Live in Coventry 2023. That's right, defending champion. We'll be back there this year, by the way. In addition to Manchester.
Yeah, big event in Manchester in August, which would normally be in London, but the casino in London is being renovated. So we're in Manchester.
There you go. Improvements coming. Wow. Nobody wants to play. It is odd.
Yeah, it's very tight. And certainly nobody is calling 3-bets. No one wants to play a big pot.
It's tight in a different way, though, Nick. A lot of times, sometimes you say it's tight because nobody's entering pots, right? We're seeing raises and we're seeing 3-bets, but nobody wants to call a 3-bet, as you said.
Yeah.
This is a pretty easy call spot, I would imagine. Wildy Moose says, can we see a flop, please?
You might see one now.
You should. Yeah, you will. Here you go. Right? Maybe?
Dave's very confident. Yeah.
We saw one. Yay.
Yay. Post flop. Let's go. So this is a limp pot, obviously, which means,
What does it mean?
Well, it means they both have very wide ranges. I mean, Reliable's got 100% of possible starting hand combinations, so that is a very wide range.
They've got a pretty good hand here, I imagine. They're going to check and a very interesting turn. Yeah, for sure. So a gut shot with the flush draw for Icho. And we've already heard a little bit about this particular player. And R3 has got a pair of 9s to go along with a straight draw and a flush draw. I like R3's hand.
Yes. It's a good hand.
Yeah, Icho, by the way, is drawing dead to an 8. Of
Bingo.
course. How do I do that?
I don't know how you do that. That's very good timing. Try it with other stuff. I need
crazy.
a suitcase with $100,000.
I mean, if you're R3 and you know what Icho has at some point, you're going, wait, how did I lose this?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's uncanny.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a crying call because obviously, like, there's a lot of queens and sevens in a limping small blinds range.
Yeah, you just couldn't. I mean, you're getting a decent price and you've got 2 pair with 8-9. You're probably kind of one of those, I hate it, but I have to see what you got. So let's go.
R3 is in chat and they're saying that they're a very reliable person. Oh, no, wait. That's how they want you to say their screen name, David.
Reliable.
Reliable, get it?
Ah.
I make no comment on whether they're a reliable person. I don't know them.
Okay. Well, they might not be. I mean, maybe it's against type. But thank you very much, Reliable. I appreciate you letting us know.
Welcome. No spoilers.
Lime is wishing them good luck. Lime, it's unless you can go back an hour.
Good luck in the past. I do that to myself.
Yeah.
Just to try and make me feel better about all the things that have gone against me. Good luck past, Nick. Oh, no, it still didn't work.
All those awful decisions you made. Yeah. Good luck making better ones.
Good luck improving. No, you haven't.
Yes, you can keep the illusion about being live, Lime, if you'd like to. If that makes you feel better, go ahead.
Hey, I think the free roll started.
What?
If you're not in the free roll, you're doing it wrong. Password is home888. Details in the chat right there. $500 for you to play with, and we've got a long final table tonight, so there's a good chance we'll see you cover yourself in glory if you have a deep run.
Yeah, if you win today, we will be with you every step of the way.
You could win on TV.
That would be so exciting.
Right.
That really would be. Good Shot has picked up ace-6. I kid you not, like 6 times now. It's just their hand.
Yeah. It's not the one you want to be your hand, is it really? Not really.
I mean, if we were like heads up or 3-handed, I would take ace-6 every time and figure it out.
Yeah, fair.
But otherwise, no, I agree with you. Yeah, I admit I have my strengths. I have my weaknesses when it comes to broadcasting. One of my weaknesses has always been and will continue to be very quickly figuring out what you mean your handle to mean. I've never been good at it. Ever. I have other exciting news for you, Nick.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, last week, the most exciting 2 minutes in poker and just content, period, was on pause. But it's back this week. That's right, everybody. The Wheel of Justice spin is back today. That'll be at the end of our show, whenever that might be.
So today or tomorrow, we'll be seeing the Wheel of Justice spun. Very exciting. If you don't know what we're talking about, stick around to the end of the show, no matter how long it takes, because as David says, it is the most exciting 3 minutes in poker entertainment today.
Yeah, if you hit the heart button and you follow our channel here on Twitch and you turn the notifications on, every single time you watch our shows, whether it be our show, whether it be the home game, whether it Blast Off or the Throwback Thursdays and stuff, you get Twitch points. And you can turn 4,000 of those Twitch points into a chance to win a $109 ticket on our Wheel of Justice. Here's the catch. You must be watching the show and in our chat to win.
Yes.
There you go.
Hi, Sleepy the Old. Good to see you. Ontario Poker says, I was once streaming and called a guy's screen name Hot Mail, but it was actually Hot Tamale. That's a good one.
I think I like Hot Mail better. Hot Mail would be great.
What's wrong with calling yourself a hot male? It's good.
Thank you. Exactly.
Positive body image, self-esteem. Good.
We have not lost a player. We are 35 minutes into our show and have yet to lose a player. All 8 of these players guaranteed $10,452 plus whatever bounties they have won. Our short stack has the least amount of bounties locked up. That's More Water, who's only locked up $869 in bounties. All in for less than 10 big blinds.
Yeah, More Water's been
not get looked up. I'm starting to think, Nick, while it's a slow go right now, I do think that once we lose a couple of players, things will speed up.
Usually the way. I think one of the ways we should speed it up is by giving away tickets.
I mean,
how do you feel about that?
You are the mayor.
How do you feel about that, David Thomas? We got $109 tickets. Is that right? Crikey.
That is right. Yeah, we gave away a lot of tickets to satellites to get into this exact event while we were in Barcelona. But yes, today we are back to $109 ticket giveaways. And the Walking Margarita, the mayor of Ticket Town, has said it is ticket time, folks.
Let's do this. Would you like a question, or would you like to ask me a question, David?
I have put no thought whatsoever into a question, so why don't you ask me one?
Same.
Okay, we can do a keyword giveaway to warm people up if you'd rather.
No. We're going in. We're going in heavy. We're going in hard.
Strong.
We're coming at them hard.
Boom.
Just like aces for Know What Fella. Straight in the face.
Right in your face. Yeah, that's right. Good shot.
Let's see this.
By the way, Good Shot's getting a really good price. Like, you're just getting a really good price. I know you hate it, but it's like...
Yeah.
I'm just not a big fan of folding when I'm getting almost 4-1.
Yeah, it sort of sucks because the opposing player can just shove the flop a lot of the time. But you're right, you are getting a very good price. Anyway, how about a very good price, which is infinite return on your money? Because for no entry fee, we're going to give 2 of you $109 tickets. We're going to play, 2. We're going to play What Does David Think? I'm going to ask David Tuckman, pictured above me on screen, a question. You're going to type your guess in chat, and whoever gets closest to what David thinks, not what's on Google or anything else, what David thinks wins. That simple. Only one guess per person. Lime runs the contest in chat. Whoever's nearest wins. If 2 people are the same distance apart, whoever's first wins. Lots of luck, players. David, how's your British politics knowledge? Good?
It is terrible.
Excellent.
I mean, legitimately awful.
Politics.
Like, I hate politics.
Excellent. I'm going to give you one piece of information so that your guess isn't ridiculous. Okay. There are, I believe, 650 seats in the Houses of Parliament.
Okay.
So I'm giving you that information so that your guess is not ridiculous.
Okay.
Yes, there are 650. So topic of the week. There's a general election in the United Kingdom that's been called for about 5 weeks' time. God help us getting through the next 5 weeks of it. How many seats will the currently ruling Conservative Party win? So they're currently in power. How many seats will they win in this general election?
So how many seats will they win?
Yes, out of 650.
Right. The current ruling.
Yeah. We've seen all in from Know What Fella. No Fear here. And Reliable is probably going to fold. Yeah, they do. Would have been a million more to call. Know What Fella up to 1.7. Actually, the stacks are getting quite tight now.
Yeah, they really are.
Very
nobody wants
even.
to call 3-bets, so the 3-betters just keep kind of going up, and the big stack's going down, and we're getting smushed. More water still our short stack. Okay, how many?
Remember, you're trying to guess what David will think the answer is, not what the answer might be in real life. We won't know for ages and ages. But what will David think, which we'll know very soon? Good Shot has, what is that? 400 into 6. They've got about 27 big blinds, and they do decide 26, 27 big blinds. So quite a big shove, but probably the right play against a button raise. And now, what does R2R do? They do fold. So we're seeing a lot of these aces open on the button and folded to shoves or folded to 3-bets. It's quite interesting in itself. The contest won't be open for long. Line doesn't keep it open for too long. So if you want to play, if you want to win a $109 ticket, guess the number of seats David Tuckman thinks the ruling Conservative Party will win in this general election in the UK.
I made my guess.
Excellent.
I genuinely, like I said, I dislike politics strongly. Don't like the politics of my own country.
I
Certainly don't like them of anybody else's country.
I definitely was not asking the question to initiate politics discussion.
Thank you.
It's just
I appreciate that.
It's just the main thing on the news here, so it came into my head. We do not need to talk about politics on our poker show.
I really do appreciate that. A raise here from Hydra.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, generally speaking, if you've got kings, you probably want to put some more betting discus in the pot, and that's exactly what Hydra has done. I'm not sure why you go over 2x at this point. I know it might seem like, who cares? What's the difference?
Who cares, David? What's the difference?
Right. I know. It seems like that, but it's just, you want to bet the amount that gets the job done. I remember asking Jason Mercier about that when it came to PLO, and I just asked him, I said straight out, I was like, hey, why do you go 2x? And he goes, why not? Why would I bet more? I didn't have a good reason. So I just, it's one of those things. I always wonder why somebody why do you go 2.2x? Do you think it gets you more folds? Does it achieve something? And I'm just curious. I'm always intrigued by that.
Hey,
wow,
I can remember,
Joe, moving all in here.
I can remember the first player at the professional level to make a thing out of it was Gary Jones, Gary the Choir Boy Jones in the UK. Maybe
I commentated on a show with Gary.
Did you? Very smart guy.
He is.
Maybe 15 years ago, I first remember seeing him do it. And as Pashad has just put in chat, it was always 3 big blinds or sometimes even more. And Gary just pointed out that exactly what you said. His other point was you get more bad calls from the big blind, so you play more pots against them out of in position. But thinking sort of came full circle on that. But his point about raising the minimum gets the job done then got adopted by everyone. The contest is closed, by the way. The contest is closed.
Contest is closed. I've actually talked to people about this, and it's something that I adopt in the main event when I play is if I think there's a pro in the big blind who's quite good, I will go 2.5 or even 2.7x. But if there's an amateur in the big blind, I will often go 2x.
Right.
And, well, don't really care if they pick anything up from that. It's just simple of going like, hey, you're a pretty good player. I am going to dissuade you from calling me out of the big blind, while the players that I want to play pots with, I'm going to give you, I'm going to incentivize you to call.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it just makes a lot of sense. If I mean, I could even go on the argument of saying if there are players in the small blind and big blind who you think are particularly weak, whether it's a min raise or even a limp on the button or cutoff, I don't think that's a terrible play if you really, really want to get involved with those players. And again, like if I look in the Jason Kuhn is in the big blind, I'm probably not going to go 2x.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, my open size with a player of that ilk in the big blind is just going to be more. It'll be more with my trash. It'll be more with my big hands.
Post flop poker on the table.
Yes.
Get excited.
9 deuce deuce. Not much going on. We've given tickets away.
Yeah, we've got the answers.
Do we? Wow.
Yeah, I'll just make sure nothing. Okay, well, we're going to see a turn here, so let's stick with this and a bit more equity for both players.
Yeah, and it's an interesting turn card for sure. I mean, Hydra's actually got like a really nice kind of bluff candidate because they do have a gut shot. They decided not to go after it. Actually, no player did. Neither player did. Hydra actually had a hand, though, where like had they bet the turn, they could continue on a heart, on a club, because they do have a heart and a club. Obviously, if they hit their 8, they'd be thrilled. But I don't love the bluff on the river when the ace comes. This doesn't make much sense. Say Please has way, way more aces in their range than Hydra does in that spot.
Okay, let's give away tickets, David.
Let's do it.
So I probed your well-known vast resource of UK political knowledge by asking you, how many seats will the currently ruling Conservative Party win out of the 650 on offer at this general election this year? What's your thinking? What's your answer?
Well, originally I was going to say, okay, well, the ruling party, they have to have more than half, right? So I was actually a little like I was going to be in the high 300s, low 400s. But then I thought, you know what? The UK is very sophisticated. And I think maybe there's a third party in there.
Yeah.
And if there's a third party in there, I was thinking, you know what? Maybe the ruling party actually has a lot less than that. So I went just slightly over half, and I said 331.
331 is, just double checking, the exact right answer, David Tungman. That is what you think to the question, how many seats will the Conservative Party win in this new parliament? 331. If you guess something like that, you may have won a ticket. Let's check who actually has. Somebody got it bang on the money. And that person used to win all the tickets, but they've been out the winner's enclosure for a little while. Welcome back in, Sleepy the Old. 331 on the money.
Sleepy and I really, really are close. We've gotten close through the years. It's not a surprise that they would be able to climb inside my brain and know exactly how I think.
Exactly. The second ticket goes to J.S. Moore, who said 330, already celebrating in chat. Commiserations to Grush39, who also said 331, but after Sleepy did, so that value was gone. So J.S. Moore and Sleepy the Old are our winners. Well done to you. If you didn't win a ticket this time around, there's 3 more $109 tickets, massive tickets left up for grabs, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah, plenty of tickets to give away. What is the actual number? Are there 3 parties or just 2?
The question, hilariously, because I was asking you for your prediction as to what they would win.
Right. What are they now, though?
Now, I think from memory that they're at about 370 something.
Okay.
Let me just have a look on the Google.
Are there 3 parties or no? It's just 2.
No, there's several.
Oh,
there's
okay.
2 main ones. And
right. I figured there was 2 main ones and then a bunch of small ones.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
They're down to, they're at 346. 346. So
wow. Okay. So
if you were guessing what they've got now, you did very well.
I still think they're going to lose 15 and go to 331.
There you go. We'll find out if David Tubman's right on July the 4th. David won't, because he'll be drunk celebrating his day off in America.
Not just my day off, but our day of liberation from the tyrannical state that we were in under your
That's right.
rule.
And you've done
back
so,
when Nick Welthall ruled over
well,
us.
You've done so well since. You really have.
With true story. Ellen Skins talking about the Wheel of Justice, which will have every name possible. Yes, it is going to be a big, big wheel. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, it's going to be huge.
You know where I'm going to be for July 4th, by the way, this year? Actually, quite excited on it. I'm going to be in Chicago, going on the river, the Chicago River.
Mm-hmm. At some sort, what? Why? Why are you in Chicago? A party, event, gathering?
Why not?
Yes.
Chicago's a magnificent city. So a little bit of a midsummer retreat in beautiful Chicago. A little Chi-town. Deep dish pizza. The
Very
Cubs.
Good. Yes.
And apparently a river that they dye green for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. It's what the environment would have wanted.
Apparently it's safe dye.
Safe. It's completely safe.
Nick Rothall, David Zuckerman here for the $1 Million XL main event. That's right. It is Magic Tuesday or Magic Monday on a Tuesday, any way you want to call it. Sponsored by 80 Day Poker. We have yet to lose a player.
No, which have we? I'd be shocked if we'd ever got to the break on a Magic Monday / Terrific Tuesday show without losing a player.
It's never happened.
This could be our tightest ever show. Now, interestingly, Will Goodshot 3-bet here. They did it before in this spot. Very good hand to 3-bet. Obviously, you got the ace blocker. You got a bit of equity against everything. No, just a fold. I wouldn't fold. Oh, wait, what's their stack? 20. Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose the stack's a bit awkward, isn't it? 20 big blinds.
Yeah, I think they just got to the point where they were like, they didn't think they could 3-bet and then fold. They didn't want to risk too many chips, so they just let it go. Say, please, gonna have to deal with this. As more water does hit an 8, and I would imagine check, bet, check, raise all in.
Yeah, jam it. You've got a pot-sized bet left. Lovely.
Yeah, I don't know if you could fold. Yeah, there's a call from Say Please, looking for help. An ace or a queen ends it. Oh, my!
Oh, we don't make the break.
Oh, more water. More water. I'm drowning. More water out in 8th place.
If you're drowning, you want less water.
Oh, right. Say Please. Takes home $434.78. More water will take home approximately, when it's all said and done, $11,400 between bounties and 8th place finish. And this is good news, by the way, because if you read the fine print on these live streams, we're not actually allowed to go to the first break with a full table.
Yeah, that's correct.
We randomly snipe one out. And I didn't want that to happen. So I'm glad somebody was eliminated. Sorry, More Water. Somebody had to do it.
Support for Say Please in the chat. Say Please has fans and followers. They were a member of the Freeroll team, a well-known player, and now our chip leader.
Yeah, look at that. And Say Please, by the way, according to our average stake, does play the lowest. Their average stake going into this was $26.50. Their biggest cash since May of last year was just $1,400. That was in the PKO Rumble 33.
Well,
so
not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, unless we're missing something, this is an enormous accomplishment for Say Please from a financial perspective.
Awesome.
And by the way, with that last bounty, they actually went into 5 figures on bounties. They've guaranteed themselves over 10,000. Look at Hydra being aggressive. I actually fold the Queen 6 there. I like the fold. Against an under the gun open, now we could see that Hydra is actually pretty weak with King 5. Against an under the gun open, I'm going to fold some of my really, really bad hands like Queen 6 offsuit, Jack 5, 9 deuce, 8 deuce, those kind of hands. Hands that just really don't play well against an early opener. By the way, if you win a ticket on our show ever, whether it's today or next week or ever, make sure you pay attention to your whisper so Lime Ricky can get a hold of you and get you your ticket. Yeah, if you had just said to me randomly how many people, if I had to guess just, how many seats the ruling party would have there, I think I would have been sort of somewhat close.
Ballparkish.
Yeah, well, I mean, our House of Representatives has over 500.
Yeah.
But it's in that range. And I would have probably thought along that thought
yeah, but that's
process.
pretty crazy, isn't it? So you've got 500 in your House of Representatives and you've got 300 and something million people. And we've got 65 million people, 70 million people, and we've got 650 representatives.
You have too many.
We do have too many.
I think you're paying too many politicians.
Well, most people would agree with you.
I mean, we could like. I feel like we could get rid of 2/3. I feel like from a budgetary standpoint, and I don't want to get into this too much, but from a budgetary standpoint, I would feel like if you got rid of 2/3 of your politicians, your government would run probably the same.
Probably true. Probably
Nothing would change.
Nothing would change.
By the way, the free roll is going on right now. Registration will be open for about 10 more minutes, so get in on that. Home 888 gets you in. And once again, the longer we're here, the better chances we have of giving you a shout out. Speaking of breaks, we are going on a break right now. More poker action from the $1 Million Guarantee main event after this. Oh, more outs again. Neither player with a spade in their hands. Any 9, any ace, any queen, any jack. Criado has Val's covered. Val's does defend the big blinds. And Val's has just flopped the absolute stone-cold butters. Are you kidding me? How does this happen?
He doesn't know it, but he'd pay several thousand euros for a 5 on the turn.
I mean, Criado's got a 9.
I see this.
This pot could get big no matter what. I mean, Val's has got to just think, do I want to raise right now? Do I just call? What's the play? But I can see Val's could min-click this.
He does min-click it, basically. We got our wish.
Criado makes the call. Pot now $3 million. If you're Val's, you don't need... You have 3.3 million behind. There's only 3 million in the pot.
Yeah, about $1 million.
I mean, you've got your opponent dead. Yay, bet!
1.2, which I don't quite... Okay, 1.2, yeah, okay.
So the problem with this sizing, in my opinion, is that it doesn't look like Val's could ever fold. So you want to kind of put Criado in a spot where...
That's what I was thinking.
You want to put Criado in a spot where he thinks that maybe he could can I bluff him off? Can I bluff him off an 8 here? Your opponent's check raised you and then bet.
He's called.
8 outs, 1 card to come. That means 16% equity. I'm not getting 6-1 on this. Oh my...
Good night, Vienna.
Good night, Vienna. Oh, dear.
Well, Criado is still going to be alive.
Yeah. Oh, my. Criado actually thinking about this? Oh, no, he's just looking. Just double-checking that he has the 9.
He always pauses before his action. I mean, fair play to him thinking about it. Because,
no!
Well, wait. Just relax, David.
I can't relax. I'm sorry,
just relax.
Nick. I can't.
But he's losing. So maybe he has... Wait. David, maybe he has a tell.
Thank you.
Yeah, but maybe he had a tell.
Well, then maybe the tell should have come a turn earlier. A street earlier. But come on. You call the flop with ace-9. You call the turn with ace-9. You hit the straight.
But he called. So just relax. This is interesting. Small blind versus big blind.
Well, I mean, this is essentially a 12 big blind shove. I mean, King-Jack is just a call. Morgo doesn't like that, though. I know that's not his comfort zone.
Yeah.
But it's a less than a 12 big blind shove. It's an 11.5 big blind shove in a blind-on-blind matter.
He's shoving so many hands here, and he does call.
He does make the call.
Good call.
And by the way, the fact is they're going to get reinforced. He's like, oh, see, he has 10s. I knew he had a big hand. This is drama.
Yes, I agree. Here we go.
Ace high flop. Absolutely nothing there for Morgo. Criado going to be about a 75% favorite now.
Morgo, the man with the sweat, he's at risk. Criado, we know, will just come back from 3 big blinds if he loses this pot.
Yeah. I'm not worried about Criado at all. Oh, so these are Morgo's friends, apparently.
Yeah.
I thought they were Val's friends. I was very confused.
Two of them are...
Morgo and Val's friends.
Oh, it's like a posse.
Yeah.
I don't have a posse.
No, you don't.
Do you?
No.
Oh.
And if I had one, they're long gone.
They wouldn't come and watch a poker tournament.
No. Yeah. Depends how much money I could win. Oh, my. Wow.
¡Vamos! ¡Vamos, hostia Maradona!
Wow.
¡Vamos!
Everybody's still playing like let's play flops.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
It really is.
Just how they want to play.
I got to tell you, if I'm Val's, I actually really like my hand because I've got to think that Criado raises if he has an ace pre-flop, so I don't think he has an ace. So I'm really only worried about the queen. By the way, there's 7.2 million in the pot.
Jesus. That's a big pot.
Val's has a pair of deuces. Criado decided not to move all in pre-flop, and he has absolutely gotten max value. Give him credit. I'm moving all in pre. I don't win anything. So I'm going to give this guy a ton of credit. And Val's has moved all in. Criado makes the call.
Vamos.
And it gives it a vamos. He's monster chips.
Criado now at 13 million. Val's on 4.8.
In they go.
In they go. Oh, all in. Mencia all in with ace 10. Val's with ace queen.
It off. Looks like we've got a...
We might be heads up. I mean, if we're not heads up right now...
Val's is super crippled.
Right, exactly. I mean, this pot is 10 million chips. And it is Mencia who is all in and at risk. Flush draw
Soft
for
drop,
Mencia.
Soft drop flop. This would actually be quite a brutal way for Val's to lose his chance to win the tournament.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, Hello and welcome back to the exciting 1 million guaranteed XL main event. That's right. Over $80,000 up top. All these players guaranteed 5 figures already. In fact, Reliable has already locked up $49,000 in bounties alone. The remaining 7 players have locked up $13,800. That's 7th place. As I mentioned, first place over 80, 83,406. I am David Tuckman. Joining me as usual, my partner in crime, it is Nick Wealthall.
Hello.
And yeah, we've already awarded 2 of our 5 $109 tickets. We have 3 more to give away. And then, of course, the Wheel of Justice, the moment you've all been waiting for. Yes, it's back.
It spins for you, and it doesn't lie. No one bad has ever won a Wheel of Justice ticket. True story.
I like it. I like it. I want to welcome all of you, and thank you for finding us on a Tuesday. Of course, we have something here on our Twitch channel pretty much every day. Usually we are here on a Monday. The days we're not here on a Monday, we've got Magic. You've got the home game. So either home game Mondays or home game Tuesdays. Tomorrow we've got Blast Off with Andre Kaz and our newcomer. That's right. Komodo Dragon Jesus against Andre Kaz tomorrow. We got Throwback Thursday and Highlight Fridays. We have giveaways all of those days. You can get Twitch points. So make sure you follow our channel.
What is Komodo Dragon Jesus's avatar? Because it looks pretty amazing in my head.
Let's just do that. Let's just go with whatever's in your head. What's in your head?
It's Jesus resurrecting out of a Komodo dragon's mouth.
Yes. And by the way, if it's not that, it needs to be that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Somebody get on that.
So, I won't get on that. That will not be controversial at all. Safe.
Hey.
Very safe.
Yeah. Listen, play it safe. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
R2, RK, back up over 1 million chips. Our short stack, by the way, is Icho. But not like, I mean, still has about 11.5 big blinds.
Yeah. And we know from our chat that the players at the table don't want them to get lots more big blinds because they're a very accomplished player by all accounts. And I imagine this could be trouble for them because will they be tempted to shove over this raise, David?
Yeah, I certainly could see that. As the short stack, you get a button open. You've got a hand that plays quite well against somebody who's against a button who's not going to call very often. I would think this is a really good spot to 3-bet, and Icho agrees, does 3-bet it all in, and now what fella kind of has to call? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed. Let's see it before we call it.
I mean, they might not, but they certainly should.
I hate making these calls. They do it.
Oh, and there's the ace. It's virtually over. It is over. 2.1 million chips. Icho is out. Does hit a queen on the river. That's irrelevant, though. Icho 90 is 86th. As they've been eliminated 7th place. How much are they worth? Another $434. So Icho, by the way, came into this final table 4th in chips. Obviously disappointed to exit in 7th. But with their bounties, They have just made over $40,000. They had about 27,000 locked up in bounties, another 13.8 with 7th place. So you're looking at a $40,000 tournament for each 090.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're not in our free roll, you've got about 3 or 4 minutes left. I would recommend you get in our free roll because there's $500 of free cash to play poker for. It's a lot of fun. You can knock out some players. You can tell us about it in chat. And what's not to love?
It's the biggest no-brainer since no-brainer started. Okay?
Correct.
Yeah.
Details in chat. Password is home 888. Do it. Play the free roll.
So we're down to 6 players. The remaining 6 all guaranteed $18,319. Keep in mind, I do wonder this now. With 2 bounties gone, we have under reliable sources, not the reliable, by the way, on the table, but other reliable sources, that there is one $5,000 and one $2,000 bounty left.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do wonder, do you call down a little bit lighter knowing that those 2 bounties are still in there?
Well, 6th place money is $18,000. And so there are 6 players left, $7,000 in the extra bounty. So there's about $1,150 extra every time in equity every time you make a call. So it's a factor. It's not a huge factor, I don't think.
Fair
like
enough.
if you're really like flipping a coin on whether to call or not, you'd call kind of thing. That's how I'd see it, but others may differ.
Yeah, a lot of math there. I started to doze off. I don't know if you did as well, everybody, but what we came down to is, yeah, maybe, not really.
Some difference, but you're probably not good enough to work out exactly how much in the moment. Let's give away another ticket, David Tuckman, because I have it on good authority. This final table speeds up.
Really?
Yeah, and I want to give tickets.
Okay, well, listen, if you want to give tickets, I want to give tickets. I know they want tickets, so let's do it. It's ticket time.
Interesting check raise here just before we do that.
Yeah, I
Say
don't hate
please,
it, actually.
getting bluffy.
Yeah, there are a lot of turn cards that you kind of like if you're say please. You know, a jack. You don't know, obviously, the 9 is bad news for you. A jack. A 9 gives you a gut shot. A queen or a 10, you got the overcards. A heart, you can barrel off because you have the queen of hearts in your hands. Deuce of clubs, a pretty bad one. And more often than not, when you check raise here, you're just going to win the pot. Not the case here, though. And can they try to represent, though? A heart came off. Try to tell a story that you've got a flush here or maybe a 7 in your hand.
Yeah, you can have a 7 in your hand, although they did open from under the gun, so not a ton of 7s. It's an amazing run out for 9s.
Listen, I like the instincts to bluff, but we have seen this time and time again. The instincts are there, the sizing is not.
Know what fella's going to think about it.
Yeah,
Ultimately, I think you're right. I think the price will probably get them to flick the money in because it doesn't actually hurt them too much in the tournament. There's a lot of money out there in the middle.
Yeah, and we've seen this time and time again, whether it's live poker in Barcelona, Madrid, wherever we might be, or here online. We see a lot of players with the instincts to kind of go, okay, I know I need to bluff here. I'm going to represent, try to get my opponent to fold a 1-pair hand. But then ultimately, they're just too scared, or maybe they just miscalculate for whatever reason. The sizing isn't there.
Oh,
well, I think if say please,
although I guess they're kind of trying. Say please is trying to bet what they would have bet if they made a flush to target 1-pair hands. So I don't know. I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, far more importantly, we're going to give away a ticket. We're going to play a keyword giveaway game. New Frost Major, absolutely right. The mayor of Ticket Town has spoken. I'm speaking. And the words are good because they include the chance for you to win a $109 ticket. All you have to do is type in the keyword. And it is in honor of Say Please, our Stream On contestant, who many of you are rooting for in the chat. Lime, is it ready? It is ready. The keyword is please. Please. Quite a big keyword in my relationship. Please.
That seems pretty standard. I like that. Please. I don't think we've ever used please as a keyword, and it makes me warm and tingly inside. I like it.
Exactly. It's a nice positive word. Say please.
Yeah, we're down to 6, by the way.
We are. What have they got locked up, David?
Oh, they have locked up nearly $20,000. They have locked up
Amazing.
$18,319, unless, of course, your name is reliable. And then you've already got locked up $66,000.
Jeez.
If you're Know What Fella, you've got $35,000 locked up. If you're Say Please, you've already got $28,000 locked up.
Incredible. A very nice return on their poker endeavors.
Yep. A little raising going on there, 3-betting going on. Hydra have been one of the more aggressive players at the table on a very solid 2.4 million chips, and now they've picked up kings.
Also, we're up to 5,100, so it's really easy to work out the big blinds. Just a little tip for our spectators.
Yeah, and as you can see, the players a lot less deep than they were just an hour ago, where we saw a couple of 60, 70 big blind stacks. Now our chip leader, Know What Fella, only has 35 big blinds. Know What Fella with a gut shot. Hydra with the overpair.
Yeah, pretty nice. Oh, wow. And they check back. I wouldn't check that back personally. I think that's a really nice board against a big blind. They're going to have connected somewhat, but you're still miles ahead. I think it's just a value bet.
Yeah, I tend to agree. And it's not just a matter of being worried that your opponent's going to outdraw against you. It's also a matter of trying to get value. You know, the times your opponent has, say, a raggy jack or a pair of eights, and look at that. Hydra just folds.
Oh,
I mean, does
solid.
not put one more chip in the pot and just lets it go.
When you know, you know. We're
Wow.
running the giveaway, David Tuchman. Somebody's
Let's
about
do
to
it.
win a $109 ticket. Who is it? David Tuchman won in Barcelona, except he didn't. Tonight, Andres 13. Andres 13. You are our giveaway, not you, David Tuchman. Are you just excited for Andres?
I'm very excited for Andres.
Excellent.
I mean, listen, I won in Barcelona. I feel like a winner still.
Very fair.
I don't need
That
to
was a
win
big
today.
moment.
It was huge.
Andres says, wow, OMG. Yes, it is real. It is you. You have won a $109 ticket. Huge ticket to play in a big tournament on 888. Enjoy, win money, have fun.
Yeah, we have 2 more tickets to give away. Reliable's picked up bottom 2 pair. Unfortunately for them, Say Please doesn't have much going on. I am not slow playing this. I repeat, I am not slow playing this.
Yeah,
Bottom 2 pair on a wet board. I want to get chips in the pot. Or just call, hit a full house. Like I said, don't check raise that no matter what you do. Say Please. Maybe giving up, checking it back. Let's see how the river plays out. Hearts missed, 7-8 missed, 7-4 missed. Problem is that Say Please actually called from, Say Please was actually the opener. So I'm not sure what they want to tell, what story they want to tell. Reliable check the turn. They check through. I imagine the hand is just over. We'll see. Players like to take their time at this table. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. I mean, this is a massive final table, and it's very, very big for these players. So,
yeah, I don't mind it.
Not surprising.
I can certainly understand it.
You just like it, obviously everybody, you know, out of context wants to play to win, but at the same time, when you get in this situation, you don't want to blow an $80,000 first prize by making a mistake and doing something, you know, as a knee jerk, do you? I think that's probably going through a lot of these players' heads.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And as you mentioned, I mean, I think it makes sense. I can certainly understand it. You know, it's very easy from our perspective or from somebody at home's perspective, you know, when it's not your money, to just be like, oh, come on, stick it in there. Let's go. Move it up. Let's go.
Yep, I agree.
All in here for Hydra, and I don't imagine we will see a flop. Move on here. We have two $109 tickets to give away. By the way, the free roll going on. Registration is closed, so if you didn't get in, don't worry. We'll have more free rolls. In fact, our $2,000, yes, you heard me correctly, $2,000 YouTube free roll is coming up this Saturday.
Slightly surprised to know what fellow opens this with R2R only having 7 big blinds behind and no other short stack. So they're going to shove a bit wider than normal here.
Yeah, and they should, frankly. And in this particular spot, whoa. Well, how about a 3-bet here from Hydra? Oh, R2 moves all in. Well, now you can get out of the way if you know what. Or unless you think.
Well, I don't think you should you?
I'm getting a great price.
You shouldn't get out of the way, I don't think.
You could make the argument that Hydra is not going to try to bluff you out. Look at, there's a 10. Oh, there's the ace. Good fold. They saved themselves some chips. I'll be results oriented there for a moment. Hydra loses that one, and that's basically almost a triple up for R2R, up to 1.8 million.
Yeah, big pot in the context of this final table, because obviously the money jumps are very big. Only one good shot has the deal icon out. Nobody else. But it wouldn't shock you if they made a deal at some point, because, you know, 6th place money is $18,000, but 1st place money is $83,000. So these jumps are, you know, jumps are always big at the end of tournaments, but in actual money on this occasion, the jumps are tens of thousands of dollars. So.
Yeah. I mean, and look, listen, we'll go through the players. I mean, Reliable. One of the things that we have about them is this is their first final table since April, where they finished 4th in a Bounty 55, where they took home $674, right? Hydra. I have them finishing 2nd in a 108 PKO Rumble, where they took home $1,700. Good shot. Something on their resume where they took home $1,100. I mean, the money they're playing for now is astronomical compared to the money they played for usually, in all likelihood. We are getting a free roller roll call right now. I see some people there. Welcome 1985, already in 55th place. Captain Collins says he's in 1st-ish. So doing quite well early. Too bad. Unlucky American Hurricane.
Keep it going. Suited, Anfek, Lucy 2, Bad Beat Jackpot, Bougie, Captain Colin. Good luck to our free rollers indeed.
Yep, R2 all in, 1.1 million.
Yeah, trying to make that trip 6 is look a little bit bluffy. Didn't work. I love this blind level, David. I love being able to do easy division.
Yeah.
I mean, when it goes to 120, it's like a crime.
Whatever.
Like,
yeah, you're just like, this guy has chips. I have no idea.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He has somewhere between 6 big blinds and 83.
That's
I don't know.
correct.
You figure it out.
Yeah. Let the players do the maths.
Well, look at this. Olinskin says, David and Nick, I know you like hearing these stories. I used 3 of my 4 free tickets over the last 2 weeks. One of them I punted to cash a total of $8,000 US.
Let's go. Let's go, Olinskins. Very
done.
nice. Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I love
exactly what we want to hear.
I love those stories. Bottom 2 pair here for now. What, fella? Or know what, fella? Any way you want to say it. Not much going on here for good shot.
What are you going to do with the money, Olinskins? Don't say play more poker. Like, play some more poker, but also you should treat yourself, because that's a complete, you know, unexpected win, isn't it? When you take a free roll ticket and do that with it.
What would you do? What would your treat be? Like a nice dinner? Would it be a trip? Would it be maybe a show with the wife?
Well, you could do quite a few of those, couldn't you? For $8,000, you've got options.
You do. Yeah.
Olinskins is going to tell us what they're going to do. A hybrid of many things. What is one treat thing? I 100% thank you to the 88 team and their promotions as money helps. I can't. Yeah, cool. But you did all the work. So well done.
Well done indeed. Free roll is going on again. We mentioned the YouTube free roll. We also do have our Wheel of Justice spin at the end of our show. Still at 6. Now I know you mentioned that we're going to start losing players. When does that happen? Are you certain that our sources are reliable?
No, unclear at this time. But you can see that the stacks obviously are. It's the final table, isn't it? Always going to happen, but they are significantly shorter now. We've got 2 players on 10 big blinds or less, 1 player on 16 big blinds, and the big stack's got 35. So we're definitely seeing some eliminations quite soon, whatever happens.
An above average flop for reliable?
Yeah. Because they could have easily decided to shove there over the small blind, but they're just calling it the flush. Nice.
Well, now what fella is going to take a shot at it. He bets 200,000 into 675. You can actually size it even smaller on this spot. Just a call.
Yeah, they could have made a click raise just to make it look a little bit bluffy, get some loose calls, but they decided to just call, which seems fine.
Yeah, there's very little you can do wrong when you flop the flush. It's short of folding. And now what fella's going to bet small again. Try to put pressure on maybe a 1-pair hand. They might be thinking that a 5 or a club would be good for them. But as we can see, they are drawing dead. The 4 spades in the river.
Yeah, bear in mind this is rough for no fella because this is blind versus blind. So, they called an opening raise, but they've got such a wide range, which includes club draws and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, here's the funny thing. I mean, if they were to go pot here and you're reliable and you only have, they do move all in. What spot for reliable?
Here. This is a huge spot for reliable.
They are going to make the call and really unlucky. I was wondering if that was the play. I thought now what fellow was actually setting up a triple barrel, and it did happen. And you wonder, what does reliable do if they just have a 10? Let's say they have ace 10 there or king 10 or something like that, where they flop top pair and they don't ever improve. Small bet, all in. They're hating life.
Yeah. I mean, one of those bluffs where you look at it and go, well, they just punted off their money. But obviously, it's not very, very rare that your opponent's flopped a flush. And a lot of times they have got a 1-pair hand. They raised pre-flop and then they called twice. They've got the wrong pair hand or they got the ace of clubs or whatever it is. And so that really would have put them to the test, wouldn't it, if that's the kind of hand they had?
American Hurricane says if you have a wife, $8,000 in winnings is almost nothing. Listen, I have a wife, and I would very happily take $8,000 in winnings.
They would still take.
Thank you very much. All in.
Another all in.
Oh, and there's a jack.
Blind.
Hydra in trouble, looking for help on the river. Could take a heart. Not going to happen. And somehow the queen jack holds. And reliable, right after winning a huge pot and doubling up, knocks out a player. Is now up to 6.3 million. Hydra is gone in 6th. And look at this. Hello, $2,000 for reliable.
Oh, a big boy. Ring the bell. Reliable's got now 8.6 million in bounty winnings. Is that right?
Somewhere in that range, yes. No, they've just passed the $50,000 mark.
Jeez, well done to them.
Yeah, they have already locked up like 52,000 in bounties.
Incredible.
And by the way, with 5 players left, all players are guaranteed 24,500. Hydra, by the way, came to this final table second in chips. Had locked up about $2,000 in bounties, but does exit in 6th place, earning themselves 18,000. So all in, right around 20K for Hydra.
Yeah, big return. Unlucky in that last hand. All in skins with their $8,000 winnings is fixing the car, buying an Xbox, buying a laptop, some money for poker, and maybe a little trip. That sounds like a good shopping list to me.
I like it.
We'd love you to be in that situation. That's why we give away these tickets. We've got $209 tickets left to give away through a contest during the final table. And then we're spinning the Wheel of Poker Justice. 2 more $109 tickets.
Is today Sleepy the Old's day? They've won a ticket already in our show, and they are now up to 194th in the free roll.
Nice. Keep it going. Good luck, free rollers.
Keep it going. Nick Wealthall, David Tuckman here for Magic Monday on a Tuesday. We are back at it next Monday.
We are back to Magic Monday.
Yes.
Not as big a stakes next Monday, but just as much big fun.
Well, you don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe next Monday's show will be like one of the biggest shows of all time.
Yeah, but it's not going to be $1 million guaranteed main event final table like this one is.
Probably not. I think that's safe to assume. By the way, for next Monday's show, I will be in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
For the World Series of Poker.
Are you doing the show?
I'm doing a show on June 1st. I'm doing a show on June 2nd, and I'm doing a show on June 4th.
No,
but I told them
that
that
you're doing this show.
Yes. Well, I told my boss at the World Series. I said I'm not available on June 3rd.
Screw you,
because I have Magic Monday.
Yeah. Stick your bracelet wherever.
Right.
I've got Magic Monday commitments. See, chat. David loves you, really.
I'm not gonna leave you, fine, wonderful people.
And so 5 left and 2 very short stacks now as the blinds go up.
Yeah, we're at the 6120 level, so we have no idea how many blinds they have, but we can tell you that somebody's told us that it's not a lot.
Yeah. Somewhere between 1 and 12.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, actually, Good Shot has around 4.5.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
And say please has 6.5. So they are shorties.
Now, R2's in a weird spot because Reliable could really be 3-betting with such a wide. They should be actually 3-betting R2. They should be attacking R2 stack. With 2 shorties out there, Reliable can really push around the 2 medium stacks because they have a ton to lose. And in fact, if I was R2, I probably would just be folding and not getting involved. You talk about pay jumps right now, and they're so significant. You don't want to lose a big pot right now if you're R2. Getting knocked out in 5th place right here would be a catastrophe for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty easy call here for Reliable. They do make the call.
Yeah, and this is actually it should be quite a straightforward hand for Reliable because they just, one of the few situations in poker where you're never, ever getting bluffed.
You shouldn't be.
Always
very
so
often.
Unlikely.
Yeah. And you might go for a little bit of value right now. I mean, when your opponent checks back the turn, they just don't have a king or a 7 very often. You can go for a little bit of value. Yep. Maybe get called, but as you pointed out, very unlikely you get bluffed here.
Right. I like this bet. I think they get paid quite a lot of the time by
an ace.
By an ace by 1 pair hands.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a 1 pair hand, is it? But you know what I mean? 10s, 9s, 8s.
Yeah, absolutely. R2 does give it up. Reliable up to nearly 7 million chips.
Yeah, just a dominant performance by Reliable so far. They were in chat earlier. I don't know if they still are, but phenomenal performance so far. And remember, as David told you, they came into this final table with nearly $50,000 in bounties as well as what they're now accumulating.
Yeah, they've already locked up a $2,000 bounty, and apparently, according to our research team, and it's an extensive research team, mind you, we have a $5,000 bounty still in play.
Cool.
Yeah, cool indeed.
We've also got 2 tickets to give away as well.
We do. You let me know when I should ask you a question.
Well, hard to say.
Okay.
I'm hoping these
by the way,
short stacks either double up or go out because I don't feel we can do a competition now when they're so short.
Yeah, I think that's probably smart. I know it's really, I know it's not sexy at all for me to say like R2 should just be avoiding playing the chip leader. But I do think that's the fact of the matter is it's just one of those things where the difference between second place, third place money, and fifth place money is either $20,000 or $36,000. Getting knocked out now if you're R2 because you know what the chip leader's up to and you feel like you should play table sheriff is an absolute catastrophe.
It's an amazing spot for Reliable because they can just move in so much of the time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, now what fella has to fold this? They should fold this 100%.
Yeah.
It's just too much money.
Yeah. Yeah, with the two short stacks, they're just totally handcuffed. I mean, they can gamble if they like, but, it would be a disaster to go out with the two stacks being, they're not just short, are they? They're crippled short. They're like 4-5 big blinds. So
yeah. Like honestly, if you're R2 and you're an out fella, you could make the argument that you just don't even you're like, unless I have aces, I'm just not playing a hand right now. And again, the difference between even, fifth and third is basically playing this entire tournament again and finishing in fifth again. That's how significant it is.
Reliable's still in chat. Stick around for whenever your tournament ends. No spoilers. And you can tell us about it. No spoilers. But it's going very well for you at the moment. Do you remember this in the past? It's going very well for you.
I'm just curious. Right now, if you could take yourself back an hour, was this fun?
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it was.
We could get an all in here. In fact, we probably should. Maybe not from this player, but you look at the hands. You have 8, you have ace 9, you have king queen. Obviously, the small stack king queen is 100% going with the hand. We know that.
Yeah, I think it's just fine for know what fella to shove. I mean, if Reliable's picked up a better hand than 8s in a random deal, I mean, what are you going to do? It's just going to happen so rarely.
Yep, and they do shove all in.
The big blind's got 3 blinds behind, so.
By the way, now what fella only has 13 big blinds themselves.
Exactly. I think Say Please is going to have to pull the trigger on this, and we're gonna flip. But let's see.
Yeah, they can't fold this.
You wouldn't have thought so, but they have.
Wait, say what?
Well, they're trying to beat the other short stack, aren't they? That's what they're fixated on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I get that, and by the way, that's worth $9,000. But you have less chips than the other short stack.
Yeah, it's a tiny, tiny, tiny problem, Dave Tuckman.
I'm really confused with what we just saw.
Well, they're just hoping, aren't they? They're hoping. Say Please is hoping that they can ladder up.
But it was such a dream scenario. You had 4 big blinds. One of them were already in the pot. You got it heads up against a player who was all in. And you had king queen.
Moving on, know what fella's getting 2.5 to 1 here, and they are going to play good shots at risk.
By the way, look at this. Say Please is going to feel really, really good when they end up winning this. Watch. No,
they don't.
King high holds, and that inherently is one of the problems with what Say Please did. I thought they were going to look like a genius when Good Shot got knocked out.
Yeah, nearly. Now they've got one more hand.
See, I'm just curious. What does R2 do if Reliable just shoves?
Just folds. I mean,
right? Yeah, you just hate it.
Life sucks, but you have to fold. Excuse me.
Oh, has anybody ever seen somebody die on a stream? Could happen today. Nick Welthall, the life being choked out of him.
Thanks, New for It was just a sneeze, man.
I'm worried about you, okay?
I've lived through worse. Say Please picks up an ace. That's pretty lucky, given.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's the all in. Here's a fold. Obviously, Say Please is going to go with this one, and it's ace 7 versus king queen. There's an ace. By the way, R2 would have hit a set of deuces. The river's a 5, and the ace holds.
Say Please,
and Say Please doubles up. Actually triples up with that.
Short stack's not dying at this time.
No.
And they're not really making progress, but they're not dying.
There you go.
How many of us have felt like that once in a while, eh? You know what I'm saying?
The story of my life. I'm not making progress, but hey, I'm not dying yet.
Still here.
Could see we could see an all in a call here. We'll see how it plays. Reliable does fold the 10 deuce. There's the all in. There's a call. King queen looks to be the best 5 chops it up. It is not a 5. It's a queen, and that is it. Say please.
Sadness in the chat
is out.
Bad luck. Say please. But a great run through the tournament.
Yeah, phenomenal run.
Phenomenal run.
So R2 picks up another $434. Say please, what a performance for them. They locked up over $10,000 in bounties and 5th place money, which is $24,500. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Fantastic result for them. GG,
yeah, all set in
the chat from many fans of that player.
Yeah, Say please basically won about $35,000.
It's a good 24-hour period, that, when you win $35,000. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. Get a raise here. We could get an all-in from no what.
Yeah, they don't. There's not much between them and Good Shot. And
yeah.
sixes are well ahead of Reliable's opening range.
Oh, you're just getting so many folds here. You're not going to get a fold this time, though. 6s versus 9s, Reliable.
Lucky, actually, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Pair over pair in this situation. When Reliable, by the way, is shoving almost everything. I mean, raising everything. Oh, well, we get some outs here. A club, a straight draw, but the king of spades, how do you miss?
Reliable can't miss at the moment. They are pulverizing this final table.
They really are. I mean, know what fella could have caught a 3, an 8, a 6, or a club, but the king of spades on the river, and they are out. Reliable picks up another $434. Know what fella is out. Now, know what fella, don't cry for them, as they have earned $17,000 in bounties and $33,000 for 4th place. So know what fella just made themselves $50,000, and we're down to 3.
Cha-ching. And we got 2 tickets away to give away, Dave Thomas. So you need to think of a question to ask me and ask me it, because we need to get this ball rolling.
Done. You got it? You ready for one?
Yes. David's going to ask me a question. You're going to try and guess what I think the answer is. What do I think the answer is? 1 guess per player. 1 guess per player. The 2 that are closer will win $109 tickets. If 2 people get the same value, then only the first person that put that value in wins. Lime runs the contest in chat. David, what is the question?
Okay, well, I just mentioned that I'm going to the World Series of Poker in Las Vegas in a couple of days. It's actually just began. I believe the employees event was today. I know the 25K. Wow. Yeah, the 25K event is the 25,000 fantasy event going. The main event starts in, like, say, 5 weeks. With all that said, the main event is what it's all about, obviously, among the 90 or so events there. How many players will play in this year's World Series of Poker main event, Nick Wealthall? How many players will there be? 1 guess only, everybody. Do you remember how many there were last year, by the way?
Nope.
Okay, there you go. A little bit of information, everybody.
I do not remember, but my guess is in. Good luck, players. 1 guess per player. Lime will tell you when the contest is closed. We'll announce the winners at the end of this final table, which looks like it's coming quickly, but you never know.
You never do know. We're down to 3, by the way. The remaining 3 players, all guaranteed $44,720. I just want to put this in the thing. If Reliable ends up winning this,
yeah,
or even coming in second place, they will take home over $100,000.
That is a good night out.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're also, by the way, a lot going on. We're also very close to the money in the free roll. Good luck if you are still in the free roll. Somebody
we have a
second ago that we're 80 to go.
Yeah, there's a really good shot that this is Good Shot's last hand.
Yeah.
And a good shot that will be heads up. Oh, no, all in, a call.
Oh,
does it save Good Shot?
Now, what does Good Shot do?
Fold. You have to fold. It's actually, you have to fold this, believe it or not, because it's worth $16,000.
Yeah.
Fold if Reliable were to knock out R2, this is worth $16,000. If you call this off and you lose, then...
Well, if they call this off and the 10-8 somehow hits, the tournament's over.
Well, that too. Good Shot should fold this, believe it or not.
But they're guaranteed.
I believe from an ICM perspective.
They're guaranteed third place money.
It's kind of sick because they were certainly ready to call off. They do. Just don't put a 7 out there. I feel bad for them then.
No, Jack's
We'll
hold.
double up for R2.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And good shot gets the good news that they were facing a bigger pair, so they'll feel better about that fold.
Yeah, they're just never in great shape there. And, you're hoping that Reliable can somehow knock out R2 there, and you just laddered up $16,000 in actual money.
We're seeing a flop, which is unlikely. That's the first significant pot Reliable's lost at this final table for a long, long time.
Well, they're back to their winning ways as they hit a king on the turn. Yeah, Reliable came in as our chip leader, did relinquish that role for a short amount of time, but got it back. That big flush hand where they flopped it with the king jack, and they have never looked back since. They played the chip lead with precision. They've been relentless. They played it very well. How many players does Nick Wealthall think there will be in the World Series of Poker main event? The contest is closed. Nick's answer is already in. We're going to give away our last two $109 tickets with this one. And then, of course, the Wheel of Justice. If you have used 4,000 Twitch points to get in there, make sure you stick around because you have to be in the chat to win.
Good shot now down to 3.5 big blinds and posting the big blind this hand. This would be some comeback, but we've seen it done.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're one double up away from being the chip leader. They're, in theory, 2 hands away from winning the whole thing. I think you've got to call this off. Yeah, good shot does make the call. Oh my, what a flop. How does that happen? An 8 or a jack. And R2 does win the hand. It's the deuce of hearts on the river, and good shot. Gets lucky with that great flop. And they double up to just under $1 million.
Yeah, you're never dead till you're dead. Not in this game.
Yep. My uncle used to work at a morgue, and that was his saying.
Good one.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
keep shooting.
We're going to get an all-in and a call here, I think. There's the raise from good shot. There's the all-in. Good shot calls off. Ace-queen versus the sevens.
Hit again.
Another player with a heart in their hand. The river, an 8, and another double up. And R2's got to be thinking, oh, come on.
Right, exactly.
Good shot now up to $2 million again.
Good shot can win the tournament now.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all it takes at the end of an early Hold'em tournament. A couple of double ups, different ball game.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Reliable, pretty unlucky in that one. They'll raise. Imagine R2 just shoves this. I mean, you kind of want action, but with the ICM implications, I don't know if I really want to get into a situation where I'm up against 1 over or 2 overs for sure.
Yeah, they're just going to take this down. You think I can't see Reliable continuing, but yeah,
No, not with that hand.
not with that hand, not in this economy. Oh,
Tens
hello.
again. Oh wow, look at this hand. Ace, king, queen, tens, and ace, king. Could we be over in one hand? Could this
Oh,
be
we
it?
could now.
Yeah.
Oh, it could
All
actually
in.
happen. R2R shoves. They didn't need to shove.
There's the
Everybody's
all
going to
in.
have their money in.
Wow.
This is ridiculous. This is the XL main event. $1 million guaranteed. It could end in one epic hand. If the ace king wins, it's over.
Yeah, reliable thinking, wow, I could win it right here. Ace king versus king queen. Oh no, the river.
A 10 ends it.
A king.
ends it. No, a king
And
doesn't end it. King
No.
queen makes 2 fair.
So good shot is out. R2 just won a monster pot. They are now heads up. A lot to unwrap here. Good shot is out. R2 just won a $5,000 bounty.
$5,000.
Yeah, 5,000. That's worth that right there. We're heads up, and it is R2 who had the worst hand going into that, who has just basically tripled up and is now a 3-1 chip lead, heads up for the title.
Isn't
Wow.
Nolan Holden ridiculous? They made a really suspect decision to shove there. Like, okay, they were unlucky to see big hands, but they didn't need to shove. And it ends up paying off unbelievably. The worst hand gets there. Wow.
Yeah, that probably should have gone raise, 3-bet jam with tens, and then a call, a 4-bet jam call with the ace king,
and then
the king queen can fold.
Yeah.
And if that happens, by the way, that $5,000 bounties in Reliable's hand, we're still heads up, by the way, but it's Reliable with all the chips.
Mad.
Wow.
Absolutely mad.
Well, that's
Now
why you
what?
just shove and you don't have to worry about it.
Well, Reliable was in chat earlier. They must have felt sick when that queen hit because, you know, they could have just won the tournament right there and then.
Yeah, one ace. All you need is bink, ace, tournament's over. Thank you very much. By the way, what a day.
Oh, here we
Sleepy
go,
Old.
David Tubman. All in.
All in. What?
Two's hold, it's over.
Diamond, an ace or a jack? It's a 10. It's over.
Over. Wow.
What?
Amazing. Amazing.
I canceled my 3 p.m. Manny Petty. I didn't need to.
You didn't need to.
Wow. Last 2 bounties headed over to R2. They'll win Reliables and they'll win their own. And they are of the smaller variety, but not small by any stretch. Another $868 headed their way. Plus, of course, first place. What a flurry at the end of this main event final table.
That
Reliable.
final table was really like, you know, one of those, like maybe a roller coaster that slowly goes up the thing and then hits the top and then just ridiculous. By the way, R2R and the heads up had the deal icon on.
Oh, they were ready. Let's make a deal. Let's see what happens
deal
here. Okay.
required.
So a little bit of information here. So Reliable actually ends up winning the most money through the bounties. They come in second place. They took home over $50,000 in bounties, $60,830 for second place. So all in, they have earned themselves somewhere in the neighborhood of $110,000.
Holy cow. That is quite the payday.
The winner of this tournament, and what a tournament it was, R2R, they locked up somewhere in the neighborhood of, we'll call it, say, 14,000 in bounties, plus 83,000 for first place. So they won just under 6 figures. We'll call it right around $97,000. And of course, the title, the hardware. And by the way, if you win this one, go get yourself a trophy. You deserve it. What a tournament.
Go get yourself a trophy. Really well done, R2R. Both these players play fantastic final tables. Reliable, if you're still in chat, well played to you.
They're very unlucky.
Yeah, very unlucky at the end, but he played a fantastic final table and obviously a great tournament. What a huge event and what an exciting end to it. That was brilliant. We have got tickets to give away, David Tubman. Also, the free rolls in the money. If you made the money, do tell us you made the money in chat because we'd like to give you a quick shout at the end.
Yeah, I was mindlessly going to say, when you, thankfully you interrupted me because it was the exciting last hand. Sleepy the Old was saying, what a day. He won a ticket on our show and he's in the money in the free roll.
Nice. Double bubble for Sleepy. Well done.
Yeah.
Pedro, Bougie, Fossil Jan, all in the money in the free roll. Well done to you. Reliable says most money won. Yeah, you won the most. I don't think, lucky anyways is a fair statement in that you were lucky to be there, but you played great poker.
By the way, before you award these final tickets and we do this thing, R2R is on quite a streak here. So R2RKA, who won our tournament and nearly 6 figures, has finished now first in 8 of their last 9 final tables.
Nice. They should do a course or pamphlet.
Just a final table course, right? Exactly.
How to bring it home.
Yeah, they're end game bosses, as we like to say. Okay, Nick, I asked you a question.
The chapter on King Queen beating King Ace King and tens will be interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, you asked me a question. What was it?
I asked you how many players will play in the World Series of Poker main event this year.
So I remember it was a record last year, but I don't remember how many.
10,043.
10,043. Amazing. I think it's going to chill out a bit this year. Still going to be a very big main event, still one of the biggest main events, but live poker did go through a bit of a sort of mini boom. The 12 months gone or the 18 months gone. I think it's going to chill out just a little notch. And there's also a lot of events at the series this year. So I think there are going to be 9,650 players in the main event this year.
That is amazing. That is the exact right answer. Once again, Nick Wealthall has nailed it. Yeah, last year, first year the World Series Poker ever hit the 10,000 mark, and Mr. Wealthall thinks it'll cool down a little bit. We'll get under 10,000, but it'll be close. If you answered around 9,650, you might have won. In actuality, if you are Wyatt Slurp and you said 9588, or Stinky 123455 who said 9,600. You, too, have just won $109 tickets. Make sure you pay attention to your whispers so Lime can get you. Wyatt Slurp, Stinky, congratulations. Congratulations to all of our winners, of course. And here it is, the Wheel of Justice spin. I am pretty sure everybody on Earth's name is on that wheel.
All of the names of all of the people that have ever played poker are on this wheel. The wheel knows who deserves a ticket the most, and it will pick one. The Wheel of Justice is here, ladies and germs. 2 $109 tickets about to be given away. Tutman's got his siren ready and his glasses on. This is a bit silly, isn't it? Can't actually see anyone.
I can't see anything.
There. You must be in chat to win. Spin the wheel.
Hey, listen, you're on that board, and hopefully you're in the chat. So let's do it. Let's give it a spin.
He's turning. It's hypnotic. Our winner is... I can't see who that is.
Dordoni!
Friend of the show. Dordoni, are you here? Are you in the chat? Can you claim your ticket?
They have to be here. Dordoni, we're waiting for you.
Dordoni. People say rigged. People say it's a fix.
It's definitely rigged. It's definitely fixed.
I can't even see the names. How can I fix it?
I know.
Dordoni might be absent. David Tutman, we might need a countdown.
What?
They have not claimed their prize.
Dordoni?
Yeah.
He was here before. I remember that. Well, we'll give him 10, 9, 8.
Oh, they're here.
They are here. Dordoni. You just won. Don't do that. You gave me a little bit of a heart palpitation there. Okay. Let's do it again. Let's spin it one more time. One more $109 ticket.
Who's been a good person in the poker community?
If you don't win, it's probably because you have not been a good person.
Correct. Merciless. They were here earlier.
Yeah, they're here for sure. Ex-Merciless 888. Ex-Merciless 888. You have just won. Congratulations. Are you here? Are you here? Way to go. Indeed. Champagne Poker, you are a good person. I'm sure next week will be your week. They're here. Ex-Merciless 888 is here. They have just won. Dordoni, Ex-Merciless, our 5 $109 winners. Reliable R3, an R2, sorry. What a day for everybody. This has been a fantastic final table.
David, at the end of the day, poker is the winner.
Well said.
Thanks.
Poker is the winner. That's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be here next Monday. More giveaways, more free rolls, more antics. Make sure, once again, a reminder, our YouTube free roll, it's $2,000. Head over to YouTube right now. Make sure you subscribe. You get the details. Get in on that free roll. For Lime Ricky, for Joey, for Nick Wealthall, for everybody at 888, I am David Tuckman. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.